With every passing day, it's becoming harder and harder to become optimistic about Square Enix's long-term future. At least as someone who, enjoys their games and the IPs that are under their umbrella and is wishing for these IPs to thrive in a creative way, whereas Square Enix is trying to lean into a lot of less than ideal monetization tactics that is making it hard for me to believe that these IPs are going to be in safe hands under good leadership. So Square Enix has been facing a string of unfortunate headlines. Not long ago, they sold off studios like Eidos Montreal and Crystal Dynamics for dirt cheap because of poor performance of IPs like Marvel's Avengers, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, you name it. And then Forspoken flopped recently, according to Square Enix's own words from their financial briefing, and it flopped so hard that they had to shut down Luminous Productions, the studio that not only made Final Fantasy 15, but also developed Forspoken. And Square Enix's financial results as of late have been on such a downwards trend that they're replacing the current CEO with this new guy, Takashi Kiri, who was once the general manager at the Dentsu Innovation Initiative, a business group exploring exciting opportunities in, among other things, the metaverse. He's essentially carrying the torch of the old CEO Matsuda, who released two New Year letters, one in 2022 and one in 2023, where he touted the possibilities of blockchain, crypto, NFTs, Web3, metaverse, and whatnot. Letters in which Matsuda placed the concept of play to have fun as if it were a separate category of games instead of the whole point of games. Now, you may recall that back in June of 2022, Square Enix expressed this desire to develop what they called story-focused NFTs, according to the company's 2022 shareholders meeting report. And on top of that, it was relayed by Yosuke Masuda that it's still too early to consider making Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy blockchain games. He didn't say he would never make them, just that it's too early for now, whatever that means. But either way, I think we can at some point down the line expect beloved IPs like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy to be corrupted by Square Enix's desire to make easy money through a nefarious monetization system that offers no benefits to players. All it does is turn digital assets into investment opportunities that only very few will win the jackpot from. To that end, on November of 2022, Square Enix announced a playable NFT collectible art experience called Symbiogenesis, something that when people saw the trademark of prior to this announcement, people thought it might be Parasite Eve, some kind of revival of the series, but nope, it was just frickin' NFTs. Here's the official announcement from the Symbiogenesis Twitter page, where it reads, NFT collectible art project Symbiogenesis, untangle the story in spring of 2023. This is the trailer that is featured in this post. Here's what that looks like for those who haven't seen this trailer. There's not much here to look at either. It's just a logo, essentially. Yeah, that's about it. It's been 4 months since that official teaser announcement. Fast forward to March 14th, 2023. On this day, Square Enix released the first true teaser trailer that's more than just a logo trailer for its NFT game Symbiogenesis. The publisher says that the game will have 10,000 NFT characters who will each have a unique design. And you can see in the comments section of this Video Games Chronicle post that a lot of people are cringing at this idea and just disillusioned at this notion that this is the direction that Square Enix is headed in, instead of, trying to improve their development pipelines, trying to figure out why some of their past projects failed, and improving creatively and just working smarter to make sure that their games are marketed properly. None of those considerations. It's about NFTs and trying to establish an economic system that they can control, that they can easily monetize from, take advantage of people, essentially manipulate them with the promise of, maybe getting rich off of playing this game by acquiring NFTs whose value will increase over time. All the while, though, hey, you'll experience some kind of story. It's investment with a fictional story attached to it. It doesn't really sound like a video game. So here's what the new teaser trailer looks like. It reads right here from the official Symbiogenesis Twitter page. The floating continent first look, PV. Get a glimpse of the mysterious floating continent and immerse yourself in the world of Symbiogenesis with our new PV before our full website launch on March 17th, which is tomorrow. Can't say I'm exactly looking forward to it, but this is the teaser. It's a whole lot of nothing. It's just A map that's getting revealed in certain sections with some artwork here and there. The fact that this is all they have to show already worries me. It already makes it seem like it's not really a video game. Where's the gameplay? The same video was also uploaded on YouTube, as you can see right here. And look at this. The likes to dislikes ratio bar has been disabled by the owner because likely this video got so much backlash that, Square Enix doesn't want to make that known to the world that this video is getting mass disliked, that nobody, or near universally nobody, is into this except for, the crypto bros. You can see from the reactions in the comments section of this video that almost nobody is into this. One of the top comments reads right here, Yoshi P is literally carrying this company from bankruptcy. It's like a child going directly to a plug socket every time you lose sight of him. One of Square Enix's most successful endeavors is Final Fantasy XIV to this day, which is now the top MMO. It even surpassed World of Warcraft at one point. I don't know if that's still the case, but either way, Final Fantasy XIV is doing pretty well for itself. Yoshi P led the charge on that front. Final Fantasy XVI is getting a lot of positive reaction from some of the previews that I've seen recently. Yoshi P really is leading the charge on Square Enix's most successful projects. And the second that he's gone is when Square Enix becomes creatively bankrupt, I feel. Here's another top comment from Revenge. Genuinely can't believe you guys are still going through with this, and I hope it flops so the higher-ups at Square finally wake up. Projects like these are why your company's having bad quarter after bad quarter. What the hell is wrong with senior management at Square Enix that made them think this was a good idea? Shake my head. Yeah, this project is coming in way too late. NFTs peaked back in late 2021, and interest surrounding them has been on a downward trend ever since. It's just plummeted. And now Square Enix wants to come in with this game in the hopes that they can revitalize the NFT landscape. I guess only time will tell whether they'll achieve that goal, but I don't suspect that that's going to end up happening. You can see just how little traction this trailer has gained. 29,000 views in 2 days. The tweet that they posted has garnered only 775 likes with only, tens of thousands of views. People are also making fun of the fact that Square Enix disabled the dislike button. Wow, no dislikes on this trailer. It means everyone likes it, right? How do I dislike a video more than once? Somebody expressing condolences for the people who have genuine talent who had to waste their talent on this. I feel bad for all the genuinely good artists. Trailers look good and sound good that had to work on this. And not just visual art, the music honestly sounds pretty dope, but unfortunately it's kind of wasted on this NFT BS, which I do agree with. Whoever composes music should be composing for actually good shit. You get the idea. As for what this game, and I use that term liberally here, is all about, well, here's Video Games Chronicle transcribing how Square Enix described this game. Scrolling down, you'll find some quotes from Square Enix directly. According to new information provided by Square Enix, Symbiogenesis is described as a narrative unlocked NFT entertainment. They tout how revolutionary this is by calling it a completely new form of NFT-based entertainment where 10,000 collectible artworks meet real game utility. So it's an investment opportunity that's also pay to win. Fantastic. Square Enix claims that the 10,000 NFT characters that will be made available will have a unique design with various races and professions, along with images that can be used as social media profile pictures. I just don't understand companies that market, hey, you can use it in your profile picture and it's unique as a form of marketing for this stuff, when anyone can take any image on the internet and use it as their profile picture and not have to pay a single cent. Also, I can guarantee you that with them having to design 10,000 unique quote-unquote characters for this endeavor, all of those designs will come off very generic. Then again, maybe the whole intention behind this is to make the majority of these NFTs look generic, and then a handful of them look really unique and handcrafted so that those will have higher value and will be more coveted and will become, your Pokemon trading card Charizards that can go for hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars because they're more special, and trying to incentivize people to, again, treat all of this as investment opportunities and engage in a lot of buying, selling, trading. You're not really playing a video game. You're engaging in this alternate form of stock trading that's disguised as entertainment. The article continues that 10,000 characters will be sold as each chapter of the game is revealed, of which Square Enix says there will be 6. So it's not that you unlock the NFTs and acquire them by engaging with this quote-unquote game's narrative. engaging with the narrative unlocks them so that you can purchase them. It's a permission to buy, not you getting rewarded for partaking in the story. Finally, the article reads, players will progress through the main story and missions while also unlocking the stories held by these character NFTs. Find the items hidden throughout the floating continent and determine the ending of the story by participating in the world mission where the ultimate choice will be made. This almost sounds like a Peter Molyneux promise. The details are very vague. They don't explain how you're going to progress through the main story and missions, what the gameplay loop even is, if there is such a thing as gameplay in this so-called video game. And it just tells you right here that to get a deeper dive into the characters, you have to have their NFTs in order to be able to get to know them better and stuff like that. It's just ways to encourage you to spend money on these NFTs, to invest in these NFTs, to unlock, the meat of what could maybe be an interesting story that is unfortunately locked behind this awful monetization tactic. And to really emphasize that this is truly a monetization machine disguised as a video game rather than a proper game is this image that Lady Emily here pointed out. Decided to look more into Square Enix's new NFT game, reads this tweet, and imagine seeing something like this and going, wow, this looks fun and worthwhile. Attached to the tweet is an image, this chart that explains the whole. You can't call this a gameplay loop. This is a trading loop. It's a monetization loop. It reads right here in the headline, consideration number 2, mechanism to control NFT selling pressure. It explicitly tells you in this chart that the game's intention is to manipulate players into buying and selling and trading, and that's really the whole loop here. You can see how many times the word sell comes up here, buy. It feels like you have to study freaking economics and investing in order to understand how all of this works. I mean, I don't even want to attempt to make heads or tails of this. What's especially telling is this bit on the side here. In Symbiogenesis, it is important to control selling pressure because of the strong link between game progression and NFT. It's telling you right here, this is pay to progress, pay to win, whatever you want to call it, except through NFTs. The following 2 mechanisms may be used to control the selling pressure of NFTs. Playing advantage for character NFT holders. If you pay for NFTs, you'll have an advantage, and I'll imagine that if you pay for more expensive, rarer NFTs, you'll be cut above everyone else. And here's the second bullet point, buying pressure from players who want to participate in the world mission. Locking things behind NFT purchases so that players will be incentivized to buy an NFT to engage in the content of the quote-unquote game. Again, I use that term very liberally. This looks like you need a college degree to understand how to really fully take advantage of this. And when you do, it just feels like you're trying to game the system to make money rather than just immersing yourself in a video game that you can escape reality from. It's not about beholding all of the incredible creative work that a talented group of people has done. It's just about understanding this custom Square Enix-made economic system and trying to find ways to maximize profit by trying to look into what is a smart investment opportunity in regards to these NFTs. The gameplay loop itself has real-life implications, and it's not really an escape. The great thing about video games is that the consequences of your actions are confined to the game world, and you understand that this is a fictional world, and whatever decisions you make are in the context of the story that's being told here, or the context that you're dropped in terms of what the game will allow you to do. This, on the other hand, you quote-unquote play the game poorly, and you could end up losing quite a bit of money. If you quote-unquote play the game wrong, you might make an investment, a large investment that you'll end up regretting in the long term, and it could financially ruin some people. I don't know how you can call this a video game at this point. I don't know how any part of this looks fun, but then again, Square Enix's goal isn't to make games that you play for fun. They put that in quotes in one of their New Year's letter, again, as if it were a separate category. The whole point of this is to play to earn. They want you to gamble your money away on these NFTs under the spell of hope that you'll strike it big and make a whole lot of money. It's just them pressuring you to spend money on what are essentially lottery tickets whose values will change based on the potential for that lottery ticket to make it big, to allow you to win the jackpot. This is just utterly disgusting and makes me feel woefully disillusioned about what the future holds for Square Enix. Something else that Lady Emily aptly pointed out here is, Remember when I talked about how with them having to design 10,000 characters who are quote-unquote unique, many of them are bound to feel very generic and potentially copy and pasted? Well, Lady Emily points out that this is exactly the case. Today, they boasted that the game will have 10,000 characters with unique designs, and looking at the character designs they've released so far, and I'm in awe of how it's literally all the same face shape modified to make the most basic background characters in a Fire Emblem game. And looking at these images, you can see right here how many of their faces look the same, just with maybe a different haircut or a slightly different costume. This is the boundaries of creativity that they're pushing, apparently. This is what we're meant to be excited about. These characters are so lazily designed, in fact, that you can see right here that their hairs are peeking out of their hats, which makes it look like the hats are stickers plastered on top. It's like they didn't even try with this. This goes for all 4 of these designs. These characters are not handcrafted, they were factory churned out. They probably used some shitty algorithm to auto-generate many of these designs. And last but not least, Lady Emily aptly points out that it's important to note that despite theoretically being a game, theoretically being the operative word here, no gameplay has been shown. The closest we have gotten is the sneak peeks of the game map, which are weirdly overcovered in a shadow vignette and look like art that got rejected from Octopath Traveler. Nothing about this project feels like there's creative passion behind it. It just feels like something they've cobbled together so that they can kickstart this NFT gold rush that they want to capitalize on a business level. Creatively speaking, though, nothing here to really write home about. This looks creatively bankrupt, creatively starved. And it's a damn shame to see that this is the kind of crap that Square Enix's talent is being wasted on. Or at the very least, that's one man's take. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on all of this new information and teasers and descriptions in regards to Symbiogenesis. I hate everything about it. But share your thoughts below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.